All right, so good day, everyone. This was a video that was requested by a friend of mine, Samuel. So he wanted a short video on truth, and that's what I plan to cover in this video. Now, with that being said, this being a short video, I'm not going to go very deep into anything. Just going to be like introductory, pretty short description of what truth is. It's basically just to spur on some interest that you may have to investigate further. So, what is truth? Truth is an epistemic venture or journey of finding correct knowledge. So, if this is something of interest to you, you'd probably enjoy studying epistemology, which is the philosophical study of knowledge. More specifically, it deals with our justification for what we know, the structure and limits of knowledge, the necessary and sufficient conditions for it, etc. So, the typical model for knowledge is justified true belief, or the JTB model. Essentially, someone can have knowledge if it is justified, i.e., they have good reasons for it. If it's true, self explanatory, it's not false. And it is believed. So you cannot have knowledge about something if you don't actually believe it. So, for example, if you just looked at your watch, excuse me, and your watch reads 12:30, but you don't believe that your watch is correct, do you know that it's 12:30, even if that time is correct? The answer would be no, because you don't believe the information that you have. So belief could be called a necessary condition or something that is needed, but it's not sufficient for knowledge alone. It doesn't constitute knowledge by itself. So that I'm going to focus on the second part, the true part of this model. So what are the views of truth? So there are a number of views about truth, and I'm just going to present the three main versions. What I'm going to present here is not going to be everything. Like I said, they're just short little, maybe 10 to 15-second blurbs on each, just to give a good baseline understanding of each view. So the first view is the correspondence view of truth. This view holds that something is true if it corresponds or matches reality. What is reality, you may be thinking? Well, that's a metaphysical question and not part of this video. But for the sake of being simple, reality is what we experience daily, and we can cross-confirm with different people. So, for example, two people are living on the East Coast. They know that the sun's going to rise around 7:30 in the morning, and this experience is going to be the same for all persons living on the East Coast. It's pretty simple. The next view is the coherence view of truth. So this view holds that something is true if it meshes or coheres with your other beliefs. So as long as what you believe does not conflict with any of your other beliefs, what you believe is true. So it's often called a web of beliefs because everything is connected. And they have to be connected to be true. So, for example, one person can hold a certain set of beliefs and they all cohere together. And then a different person can believe the exact opposite, but all of those beliefs cohere together. Both people are considered to hold true beliefs. The last view of truth is the pragmatic view of truth. So this view holds that something is true if it's useful. This is a view of utility, and if it works, it's true. So here you may find person A has something that works for them, because it fits better with their culture or whatever. But person B has something completely different that works for them. Again, they're both considered to believe or have truth since the beliefs work. So what are we to make of this? Well, at first glance, many in our society may gravitate towards a utilitarian or pragmatic view of truth, since it is commonplace for everyone to have their own truth. However, can those beliefs really be true if they are in utter conflict with beliefs held by other people that are also considered to be true? So if you believe in the laws of logic, then this shouldn't be a hard thing to spot. The law of non-contradiction comes into play here, where A cannot be both A and non-A in the same place, at the same time, in the same sense. So this law of logic covers really everything. Both of these views, the first view that I mentioned, the correspondence view, yeah, things you do in your regular day-to-day activities. So obviously, I hold to a correspondence view of truth because much of what we believe can be confirmed by what we see within reality and we experience daily. So this is the common sense view of truth, if you will. And I think most issues in accepting it may boil down to metaphysical objections or social reasons. People just don't want to accept it because they prefer a different view. So now you may find that something that is true could very well and most often will be useful, and it will more than likely cohere with other true things. As a matter of fact, this is often how we determine if something is true. We seek to confirm it by matching it or seeing if it coheres with other things that we know are true. The big thing is really to think about the conclusions your views and beliefs take you to. We do not want to simply accept certain views because they're comfortable to hold, but we want to hold beliefs that are as close to true as possible. I actually wrote my master's thesis on this subject, and I'll post a link in the description box below. And if you're interested in diving a little bit deeper into the subject, you can take a look at that. And even that does not encompass everything about truth or even epistemology. I just kind of cover a little section of that area. But for this video, I think that is pretty well sufficient. So if you liked what you saw, hit the like button, and you hit the subscribe button for future content. Or if you have any questions, comments, or just want to start a discussion, don't be afraid to drop comments below. Yes, comment even if you disagree with me, anything that I've said, or if I have said anything wrong, feel free to correct that. I am perfectly willing to accept that I am not perfect and will make mistakes. But that discussion is really how we find weaknesses in our own positions, and we can learn together, and that's how we gain that knowledge that many of us are seeking. So I appreciate you watching. Everybody have a wonderful day.